Seven's crazy. Seven is nuts. It don't matter how you try and spin it, it's nuts. It's madness. I didn't expect that. No one expected. No Arsenal fan expected that. I mean, big up, my brother Catch. Catch said he's not worried about this game at all. But seven's crazy. Like first team ever, I think it said to score seven in the Champions League knockout stages. Seven's mad. It's madness. I don't even know how to really analyze the game because everyone played well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they could have been 1-0 up. They hit the bar. They could have been 1-0 up, bruv. They could have been up. Even to the point where Lewis Skelly had a scare, like could it was a very techie second yellow. This referee is incredible, bro. I can't. He got everything right. Odegaard had a penalty shot that weren't a penalty, and the referee didn't give it, even though he was under pressure to give it. Didn't give it. Party's penalty that he gave away that he kind of misjudged it. He hit the guy in the head. It was a penalty. The referees are incredible in the Champions League, man. Obviously, they're not gonna get everything right. VAR takes too long. Takes too long. Like for me, Reno's got it took too long. But this referee and that team, they're incredible, bro. They don't bow to no pressure. All them 50-50s that in the Premier League, we're like, oh, it's not even let them battle for the ball. He just lets them battle for the ball. There's none of this. Nothing's easily a foul. Referees are incredible, bro. But seven is crazy. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I don't even know really how to analyze it. I didn't think when Neri was playing well. I think he was playing badly. And he rifles one top of the roof of the net. And I'm like, that's why you're rated so highly, because you find it easy to do the things that people find hard to do. Like everything else about his game was a little bit lackluster. He needed to work harder, tracking back and all that. Then rifles on top of the net. I'm like, oh my days, crazy. Like Party was too easy for Party. He had the whole. He had like about 10 years of space. It was too easy for Thomas Party today. Way too easy for him. Him and Rice controlled that midfield. Odegaard was having a bad game. Like he was fraffing about a bit, fraffing about. And then all of a sudden, he starts getting assists and scoring. I'm like, where's this coming from? What's going on? Odegaard scored twice and then he got assist, or did he get 2 assists? I'm thinking, what's going on here? I didn't even. Obviously, in the Champions League, a lot of teams. I always said before, we're built more for the Champions League than the league because of how strong our defensive midfield is. And in the Champions League, they play to their strengths. In the Premier League, a team will try and play and play to your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? But in the Premier League, they play to their own strengths. So in PSV are just attacking us all game. Like they were 3-1 down, 4-1 down. They're still flying 5-6 man forward. Neri's got all the space in the world. They don't care about man marking and doubling up on them. Like in the Premier League, you get low blocks and they play to try and negate you. In the Champions League, very rarely do they do that. So, but seven's madness. Seven's crazy. I'd love. No one can really analyze it. Anyone that starts trying to analyze it and overanalyze it and pretending that because this was the reason why and that was it. Don't listen to all of that. Like it's just one of them games where it was smooth. PSV didn't play that well. Arsenal played 8 out of 10, most of them, and we finished all our chances. And it happens. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them odd games. I think this is the biggest result in PSV's history. Biggest defeat in PSV's history. Not PSG, PSV's history. So it's just one of them games, man, where Arteta got it spot on because he kept doing this thing because Rice was playing further than Odegaard today. Rice was playing more forward than Odegaard, and he kept doing this thing where on the left hand side, Lewis Skelly or Trossard would have the ball, and Rice kept going into the striker position, and then ball come to feet, and then running towards the left hand side to get the ball to feet. He done it like 6-7 times in like the first like half hour, 7-8 times. And then that's where the goal for Timber came from, because he got the ball twisted and turned, crossed it, Timber headed it in. But he done it bare times before that. So I was like, okay, I can see that that's obviously a plan, you know what I'm saying? But seven's crazy. I'm going to keep saying it throughout the video. Seven is crazy. It's madness. Seven is madness. I'm just watching the highlights now. Like, yeah, it's tough to analyze, man. Everyone played well. I'll go into player ratings. David Raya, he was good today, but he done one thing which I weren't happy with, which is when we were winning, I think we were like 5 or 6-1 up. He got cocky and tried to do this little flick, and then he was out of his goal, and they had the ball, and they potentially could have scored. It wasn't dangerous, but it was like he was out of his goal completely. He tried to do this flick, gave the ball to them, and it was a bit of panic, but it was still 6-1 up. So no one was panicking. But in my head, I was thinking, why? Like, I know because we're 6-1 up, people get a bit carried away, a bit complacent, but I don't want that complacency. I'm not on that. So because of that, only because of that, he's gonna get a 6. Just because of that, because that's what we don't need that at all. Timber, yeah, brilliant, top draw. 8. Every game for Timber's an 8. Like he scored the first goal, brilliant. There's superstar left wingers and superstar right back Yoko and Lang and this one. Non-existent. They only scored from a penalty. Non-existent. Timber, 8 at least. Gabriel and Saliba, both of them straight 8s. Like they were straight 8s, man. Like no trouble at all today. This is Saliba at his best. Like, this is what people really want to see. This is Saliba at his absolute best. Gabriel was good as well, but this is the real Saliba when he just finds it easy and he does his little jinx and can come out of danger. Easy for him. Gabriel, same thing. He should have scored though, Gabriel, from a corner, but both 8s. Miles Lewis-Skelly, he was playing well before he got taken off. He had to get taken off because he got a yellow card, and he could have easily been sent off again for another challenge that I thought was a little bit immature. That challenge that he done, I was thinking, oh, that might be a second yellow. You know, I wouldn't have been moaning if he got a second yellow. I think Lewis-Skelly is going to be one of them players that gets a lot of yellows and red cards throughout his career. I've said that already, but yeah, he was playing well. He was playing well. Like first minute of the game, first couple of minutes, he jinked past a few, and then he did a through ball to Odegaard that should have got through. He was playing well, bruv. But he's really rough. He's a rough player, isn't he? So he gets a 7, but he got taken off early because of the second year. And Arteta done really well for that. Because I was thinking, you got to take Skelly off because they're just waiting for this. And he just took him off. He put Calafiori on, and Calafiori come on. And he started playing well. He started playing badly, Calafiori, sorry. But then he grew into the game. Calafiori is brilliant attacking, isn't it? He scored as well. He's wicked attacking, but he's defending. It's suspect. He started off, I don't know what he was doing. Started off for the first 2 minutes, he was all over the place, and then he grew into the game. So Calafiori he'll get a 7 as well, just because he scored as well and was involved in a few things. In the midfield, Partey, he gets a 9, easy. One of the easiest games I've seen Partey play. He was just, to me, he was out by our best player by a country mile. I know everyone else has got a bit more razzmatazz and this player does this and that player does that, and they get a bit more limelight. But today, Partey was far and away the best player on the pitch for me. Like one of the easiest games I've seen Partey play in his whole Arsenal career. Like this is the real Thomas Partey. Easy. I'll give him a 2-year deal tomorrow. Not on this 1-year deal thing. Give him a 2-year deal. Calm. Rice, yeah, wicked today. He gets an 8. He done everything right today, man. Rice, even when they took Partey off and brought Zinchenko and that on, Rice went back into the 6, and yeah, he gets a solid 8 today, man. It was wicked today. Even he had a goal disallowed as well. He had a couple chances to shoot, and he shot and he's got real accuracy. His corners are. I don't know if there's many better corner kick takers than him. Like he should be on free kicks. I don't know if there's many better. I know we've got Ward-Prowse and them guys, but I don't think there's many better than Declan Rice. You know, like every single time his corners are exactly where you want it to go. His corners are phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. He was brilliant today. 8. Odegaard, he had a mixed game today, man. He got all the GA, but his game wasn't, the first half, it wasn't going too well. And then he just started he scored immediately after the second half started, and then he got another goal, and he got an assist. I'm thinking, I don't know what, I weren't too happy with him at the beginning. Now I am, and so it's hard to give him a 6, but he's gonna have to get a 7 purely because of the GA. But his gameplay wasn't all that. It weren't all that. You know what I mean? But if you give Odegaard space, he's gonna end up finding the passes and the balls. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna find it. Any team in the world that plays to attack is gonna have a problem with Martin Odegaard, because if you're gonna give him space and say to your number 6, yeah, you deal with him, he's gonna be a problem. Obviously, in the Premier League, they always double up on our players and triple up on players and spaces. But in the Champions League, if you give him space, if we play Atletico Madrid, they're gonna double up and triple up. If you play against Real Madrid, they're not gonna be doing that. They're gonna be playing forward, and Odegaard is gonna get space, and you're gonna feel like, yeah, this guy's a real good player, even against a team like Madrid. So yeah, I'll give him a 7, but he could easily, if he had one of those normal, consistent passing games, he would have got like a 9. but he didn't, so he gets a 7. Waneri, again, he weren't playing that well to me either. But second half, he stepped up. One thing about him though, he's ruthless. Like he had one run where he ran past about 4 players. He should really have passed it, but he just shot. And I was thinking, right, you're just on this shooting, whatever. I like it though. It's annoying at times, but it's like I like that mentality as a 17-year-old because we ain't got enough killers in the team or guys that just put the ball in it or just shoot. His goal was ruthless. Like Lewis Skelly puts it in the box, he just rifles it top corner. I'm like, and yeah. Then he had a shot outside the box, he just rifled it. The keeper saves it. I'm thinking, yeah, this guy, he didn't have a great overall game, but he's a killer. He's a natural born killer. He's a gunman, fam. Ethan Waneri is a gunman. So yeah, we've got to figure out a way to get him into this team because he's one of them guys that his gameplay is good, but even if it's not good, he can potentially be a GA merchant, and that's what we need more of those in the team, to be honest. So Trossard had a good game today. He played well all game. Trossard, that's one of Trossard's best games I've seen him play. He played at 8. Trossard played at 8. Even his finish, he dinked it over the keeper. He had a disallowed goal as well, where he went one way, the keeper went the other way, faked it. I'm like, yeah, this is the Trossard. But that's what happens if you give him space. PSV gave us way too much space. I don't actually know what they were doing today. I don't really know what their game plan was. I don't know anything. This is away from home. So yeah, Trossard, he gets an 8. He was good. Marino, he scored as well, but Marino gets a 7. Even though it's not his fault that he can't press that quick. He's obviously slow. But one thing about Marino is, obviously, we know he's big and strong, so he can definitely win headers and hold the ball up. And he's a very clever player. So his brain is what brought him into, like, kept us in the game in certain moments. You give him the ball, and he can kind of still do some through balls, kind of play 1-2s and stuff. He's good at that. What he's not good at is shoot. He had a chance where the ball came through to him, and he should have just shot. And he's trying to pass. I'm like, oh, shoot the ball. But obviously, that's not natural to him. So yeah, he gets a 7, but he did okay today. He did as much. That's as good as he can do. And then Arteta gets part of the subs get standard 6s. It was just standard all round. Arteta gets a 7 away from home. We've got to get a 9, innit? He's got to get a 9, bruv. Like, they scored 1, so which was obviously the penalty. But yeah, he's got to get a 9. But yeah, man, overall we'll do well, man. I think it's safe to say we're more or less through. And I wouldn't be resting anyone in the second leg though. Just play them, get through. But yeah, bro. We move on and we keep going, bro.